Where you want it?
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And today it is the first review of Earthspark. Now, I know Twitch is not the #1 figure of the deluxe Build-A-Figure set of Earthspark. Bumblebee is. But I wanted to start off with one of the new original characters to this series. And I'll probably do an overview of Earthspark later and how I feel about it in more depth. But overall, I actually really liked Earthspark. It was a fun new series. It was kiddie where it needed to be, but not so kiddie overall that it took me out of it like some series can be for a lot of adult Transformers fans. And because at the end of the day, it's a kid's show. You know, it is a kid's show. I know us Transformer fans like to nitpick and critique these shows as they come out, but it is a kid's show at the end of the day. And this one definitely is the current marketed towards kids Transformer series, and it's a good one. I think it's a really good one. Looking forward to Season 2. Season 1 was a little short for my taste. That's probably my biggest complaint about the series overall, was just 9 to 11 episodes. And I say 9 to 11 because the first and the last episode are both 40 minutes long. So basically they just condensed the first 2 episodes together as one premiere special and the last two episodes together as the finale special, which I get. That makes sense. That works. It's fine. But roughly 9 to 11 episodes in length for any series, especially cartoon, is not enough. I don't know where we got to the point, I don't know how we got to the point that we did, where series just kept shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller as seasons progressed. But we got to get back to that 20 episode minimum, I think, for a nice full-length season. And especially because Season 1 was filled with a decent amount of filler for such a short series. I'm sure it won't feel so much as filler as we go into those further seasons of Earthspark, just because that's usually how shows like this do. There seems like there's a lot of random filler, and then it turns out some of those events were important later. Of course, that could never be the case, but that usually is the case, especially with the Transformers series. But overall, like I said, I'll go in more depth on that later, because I've already gone in a lot more in depth on this than I wanted to for this review in the first place. Because today we're talking about Terran Twitch. So Terran Transformers are a whole new concept in a sense. I mean, they are and they aren't, because we've had Earthborn Transformers since the very beginning, since Generation 1 even. So the concept of Earthborn Transformers isn't exactly new, so much as the label is new. So these are a new group of Transformers, not necessarily a new faction, because so far they seem to fall under the Autobots right now, and they're pretty cool. They're interesting, to say the least. So here we have Twitch. Twitch is a female character, the twin to Thrash, which Thrash, oddly enough, is not coming in the deluxe line. Thrash is going to be released, I believe, as a warrior class a little bit later, which I'm looking forward to the Thrash figure. He's really cool. But between the two of them, I like Twitch just a little bit more. I really like her Cybertronian-made drone alt mode. Drone, not to spoil too much from the series, made by Wheeljack. And she wears it well. I also can't help but notice that both her design and her color scheme are very similar to Windblade. I don't know if that was intentional or just a happy accident, but overall, pretty cool. And this is definitely one of the stronger figures of the first figures released for Earthspark. So there she is. There's some artwork there, open window, more of that Earthspark banner artwork there on the side. And here she is, and she's looking very good. Again, I really like this character, and I really like her design, and this figure turned out really, really well. And I'm glad that at the very beginning of the Earthspark line, we got a really nice figure representation of Twitch from the very beginning. Again, it would have been really nice if Thrash came out around the same time, but I'm guessing he'll be in the secondary wave or secondary release of Earthspark figures coming most likely later this year, because the figure has already been announced and has already been shown. We already know that Thrash is coming. It was just a little surprising to see that he wasn't coming as quickly as Twitch did. But nice that one of the new original characters came out in the first release of figures. So anyway, here she is. She's looking very good. Again, that awesome red and black and gray color scheme, much like Windblade's. Head is on a ball joint. Shoulders are on a ball joint. Upper bicep, single jointed elbows, nothing at the wrists. Waist, hips are on a ball joint. Upper thigh, single jointed knees. Ankle joints, you have a hinged ankle joint, mostly due to transformation, and then the ankles are also on a ball joint. Her turbines are on a ball joint. The turbines do rotate. And her little wings, which she uses as swords in the show as well. So you can pop those off. Those are also on a ball joint, and kind of maneuver them into her hand. It's a little difficult, but you can do it. Just gotta be careful not to stress the plastic too much. There we go. You can just carefully maneuver it into her hand, but yes, you can do that. She does come with her blaster accessory in the series. Her arm does transform into a blaster, and that fits on either arm. And then also for accessories, she does come with the, because this is a Build-A-Figure set, she does come with Mr. Mandroid's backpack, which is a very Doc Ock kind of style. Oop, then I knocked out that other piece. Kind of backpack. So you got those claws there coming off, and his head. And that's pretty much it for that for now. We'll set those aside until we finish off this set of figures, whenever that happens, to do the Build-A-Figure. Transformation is pretty simple. We're going to start by taking her sword back out and putting that back on her back where it's supposed to go. Clicks right back on. Take her blaster off. And then we're going to come over here to her back, bring her little wing blades together. Not wind blades, wing blades with a G, not a D. And then we're going to kind of rotate that section up, kind of keep those turbines out of the way. And we're going to pull this whole section up as well. These two little tabs right here are going to plug into the back of the waist. All right, next up, then we're going to turn her over. We're going to flip this little section out right here. And then we're going to bring the arms in like so, with the forearm facing towards the back. Make sure that shoulder is facing out like so. And then just kind of bring the arms together in the middle. Those little tabs that were on the sides of the bicep are going to go on that little central stand looking piece that are right there. Next, we're going to go to the legs. We're going to rotate them with the toes facing inward like that. Push out these little rear turbines like so. And then we're going to fold that foot in, bring that up. On the bottom of the heel here, that tab is going to tab into that side tab on the hip. Do the same thing over here. Tab that in to the hip. Go into place. There we go. And then there's a little tab on the side of the leg that's going to tab into the forearm, securing that all in as one piece. There we go. There we go. So yeah, just make sure you have everything lined up properly because things will shift and move on you. But yeah, once you get everything tabbed up here and tabbed in down here, then we're going to flip open the little struts, I guess, for lack of a better term right now. Angle those turbines how you like them. And take the blaster here, and this little tab right here is going to tab in right there. So just get it pushed up like so, and there is Twitch in her little drone mode. And it's a neat little drone mode, very show accurate as well. I think they did a really good job recreating her little drone mode from the series. I kind of like her alt mode also a little bit better than Thrash's. I mean, Thrash's motorcycle mode with the sidecar isn't bad. It's still pretty cool. But I don't know. I just really like Twitch just a little bit more. Just me personally. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's Bay 12 video review featuring the new Transformers Earthspark Twitch figure. What do you think of Twitch? What do you think of the series overall? Is the series one that you're just going to skip because maybe it's a little too much on the kiddie side, which I get. It's not going to be for everybody. But overall, I think it's a nice new addition to the Transformers multiverse as a whole. I think it adds a whole new flavor. And I even like the callbacks to a similar Generation 1 style looking universe. And like I said, I am definitely looking forward to more. And I like a lot of the new unique designs and takes on these classic characters as well. That's something else that's really cool about this, is while there is still some evident G1 inspiration in a lot of the characters we know and love, they're not exactly copies of those Generation 1 designs. So I like that too. Even Optimus's weird, handsome Squidward face that he has going on. And honestly, Alan Tudyk's portrayal of Optimus Prime is very nice and refreshing too. But again, more on that in a breakdown video of Earthspark in the future if I get around to doing it. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow us on social media, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more Earthspark content because I do plan on at least doing the deluxe figures and the Build-A-Figure wave. So stay tuned for all that. We'll probably get around to reviewing some of the Warrior class stuff. We're not going to do all of it. But we'll definitely do Thrash whenever that figure pops up. So stay tuned for the Thrash review whenever that figure starts popping up. But while you're here, make sure you go ahead and check out some of our other Bay 12 content as well, because we have a wide variety of content here on Bay 12. Check out our live sales that we do, and in case you're local or visiting us in person in town, make sure you come check us out at our physical location inside the Shops at Willow Bend Mall in Plano, Texas, inside Order 66 Multiverse. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.